want you to do, I would like you, on your whiteboard desk, on your paper, to graph this bad boy all by yourselves. That's a very typical one that's going to be on tomorrow's quiz, right? Very typical. Just that guy right there, or this guy right there, no matter where you're looking.
No, lazy.
It is what? Good question. Lazy J is the exponential. So that would be one thing I would memorize is this one. So for you, for my friends out there who want to do, I'm going to give you a minute. So this should be something like, again, we're not looking for perfection here. I'm just looking for you to find that vertex, use a flip, move it around, right? That's all I'm looking for. So if I was doing this, I would start right here. The first thing I would do is exactly what Juan said is what is the shape, right? Is it a lightning bolt? No. Is it a lazy J? No. Is it a U? No. It's a V, that's absolute value? No. It's a shooting star, right? It's going to look like this. There I go. Boom. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell myself, oops, that flips him. Boom. And the last thing I got to do, I got to move my little comet over. I'm going to move him 3 this way, 2 down. And that is what is on the quiz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's going to be this dude looking like that. So what will show up on the test is 3 graphs or something like that. Okay, so now, my lambs, there is one question that is a domain and range question. So can you please put the domain and range on here? And I'm going to tell you to be very careful on your range. We start down and up. Do the domain and range. Do the domain and range. Here's what you want to think about. It really is kind of like a little box here. It's all this stuff in here. Just so you know, I'm not putting it in both forms. I'm going to use interval notation. For those of you who like the other way better, haha, today. So my domain on this one, I'm going to start at -3. Hard barrier there, hard barrier, all the way to infinity. Yay for him. Oh, did I make my thing wrong? No? Oh, did I see? I'm like, I said it. Oh, that was good. Now, the next one you got to be careful of. Man, our eyes want to go here. They do. I know they do. But we start in hell. We start in neg. We start down here and go here. Can I see a wiggle? We got the range right? That's the one I'm worried about. You know I'm going to be putting it both ways on the quiz. Okay, here comes the new stuff. You ready? I swear to God, I need, Chloe, this stuff is weird, so I need you to hang with me, okay? Here we go. So, here's what I want you to notice. We had this dude on the outside. We flipped him upside down. That's a totally cool thing. But you know, we can flip things upside down, but we can also flip things another direction. We can flip them side to side. And we're going to talk about today is what we call right here, horizontal dilations. These are the hard ones. And here's why they're a pain in the ass. Because they are hiding inside the grouping symbol, right? And anything that hides in that grouping symbol is naughty. I'm not kidding you. Its job is to mess with your head. I swear it gets together with other numbers at night, and it's like, oh, I trick people because I am like that. So I want you to, for the rest of your math life, to think anything in that grouping symbol is trying to mess with, oh, I almost went there, mess with my head. So here's what I want to do. I want to start by graphing this guy. Are you ready? So here is my home graph. Here is my parent graph. And here's what happens when the guy is inside. Are you ready? Here's what he does. It's pretty straightforward. How did I do? Yeah? Everyone okay? So here's where this gets messy. Because you're like, Miss T, why are you making a deal out of this? This is not that hard. Because I'm telling you, that stupid negative inside is going to try to mess with my head. So here's what happens. Let me clear out everything, and we're going to try this next problem. Get you out of here, get you out of here, and I'm bringing this guy. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is the one that my teacher friend missed, right? I was watching them in another school, and they were teaching this, and they were showing their kids, and I thought to myself, as I was sitting in the back of the room, I'm like, you're not doing it right, you're not doing it. Like, I didn't want to say anything because it's awkward. I didn't want to say it. The teacher said, excuse me, you're doing it wrong. But they were pretty certain. And here's what they did. They said, okay, now just put your pencils down because I'm going to show you something wrong. I'm going to show you it wrong. Here's what they did. They said, oh, here's the parent graph, yay. And then it flips. So they were very happy about that, yay. That's this guy. And then they said, it moves 3 in the naughty direction, right? So it's going to come 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to go down 2. And this is what they said the answer was. And the kids all wrote it. And I thought, I don't know what to do now. Because here's what. I want you to remember that we're going to do this on Desmos and see if indeed that is the right answer. And then I'm going to, then you're going to be like, oh, what should I have done? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to refresh our memories. I'm going to do it over here. Oh, look on this fancy board. I'm going to say, this is what that teacher thought the answer should be. They thought the answer should be 3, comma, -2. They thought it should look like that, right? That's what they thought. They thought it should look like that. So here we go. I'm putting it on here now, and the answer is not the same. It's totally different. It's exactly because the guy inside messes with your left and right shift. But there is a way to outsmart him. And that's what we're going to do right now. So we have to remember from here on out, if this, okay, so here's what. Watch what we're going to do. If you, I'm just actually going to go to here. Can you remember that for me? It's +3 -2, right? Okay, so let me do this. The key to any time you've got stuff inside, I want you to write this down somewhere. Write it on your arm, write it on your leg. You can write it anywhere. You ready? What does that mean? What does that mean? And here's where we're going to go with this. Okay, so we're gonna go right now. I'm gonna add a new screen real quick. We're gonna go back to our original problem. And here's what the original problem was. G of x equals, one, is that right? Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. Anytime we got stuff, which I wasn't taping, stuff in front of that x, a 2, a negative, a 24, anytime I'm saying to you, you're trying to trick me, and I'm smarter than you, so I am going to deal with you first, separately, and then do the problem just like normal. And here's what that means. What we're going to do is say to this guy, I am going to suck out that negative. I'm going to factor out the negative from this guy and factor it out from this guy. So watch what that looks like. The negative comes out. Is everybody cool with that? What happens when I take the negative from that x? What does he become? Positive. Awesome. And what happens when I take a negative out of a positive 3? What does he become? Negative. Did I lose anybody on that? And you're like, why do you do this? Because now watch. This guy now just, he's kind of like, I've made him, everyone safe from him. It's like, okay, dude, you can't mess me up anymore. All you're going to do is do my sideways flip, and then my vertex is at 3, comma, negative 2. That's why it was here at 3, negative 2. Does that make sense? That's why that teacher got it wrong, because they didn't realize that that negative was trying to screw with them, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to say, I'm not going to let you trick me. I am going to first take you out and set you aside, do the thing, flip him, and then do the problem just like normal. And then it's pretty easy. Are you guys cool with that? I know you're giving me a look, but you're going to get this, right? Okay, yeah.
Could you still do it the other way where you still flip it, then go right through?
Yeah, but then you have to remember, right? So that's where kids mess up, is because then it's like, oh, do I go right? Do I go left? You know what I mean? So for my money, I feel like, especially later on, and when it, like you could have a 2 here, and it's crazy, you have to take it out because it's not 6 over. Watch what happens. It's 3 over. Does that make sense? Will we have to do that in here? No. When we have ones like that, we're going to do them on a computer. But
If you factor it, it's easier.
if you factor it, it works like normal. It's literally saying to them, I'm not going to let you screw with me, right? Okay. So here we go. You guys ready to try some? Okay. Deep breath in. We got this. Here we go. Okay, give it a try. So the first thing we want to do is we want to say to that negative out front, no, you can't trick me. I'm going to declaw you. I'm going to make you, I'm going to de-arm you. You're not going to be able to mess with me. I'm going to set you aside. Then I'm going to flip it and do it like normal. Give it a shot, everybody. Wow, why is there thing? Are we ready? You guys got an answer you like? You should be pretty quick at this point. You shouldn't be waiting for me at this point. Here's what I know. Hey, dude, I am not going to let you fool me. I am going to take out that negative, and I'm going to be x plus 4 plus 2. I know my vertex will be naughty, negative 4 comma 2, but that bad boy is flipped. So here we go. Step 1, if I'm doing this on my desk tomorrow, I get the regular one. Do I have to be any more careful than that? No, because it's on a Chromebook, so I'm cool with that. Step 2, flip it this way. Step 3, take that dot and move it around. So we're going to move it 4 this way and 2 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And the other dot would have been here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Look at him. There he goes. There he goes. Okay, so not what we're doing like this.
Oh, yeah. Stop it. That's, you made it look weird. Yeah. I was like, huh?
No, that was how we do? You want to try another one? One more? And then we're going to go to a crazy one. Wait till we do the next one. Very excited. We're very excited about this. Here we go. This is as hard as it will get on the quiz tomorrow. This is the worst of it. It's just terrifying to me that you are totally nice for me. Yeah, I know. You weren't this person last year, and I'm super impressed.
It was a period. I'm sorry.
I know. But you're like you're killing it right now. You shouldn't be judging. I super love you.
I think just like read the two.
You can, if you understand that it undoes the naughtiness, right? Only one thing gets to be naughty at a time. You can think about it that way too. But I feel like mathematically it makes more sense to factor that. Especially because we can at some point have numbers in there too.
What am I going to do my numbers?
Well, you know what? In my feeling is once you start putting numbers inside, just put numbers.
Start off on the ball. Oh, wow. On the ball.
That will give you the virtue.
On the ball.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Okay, here I go. Take out my negative. X minus 2 minus 4. My vertex is going to be at 2, negative 4. Some of you are going to get pretty fast at this, right? And you're going to realize that 2, negative 4 is right here. The normal one looks like this, but guess what? My flippy one looks like this. My flippy one looks like this. How'd you do? Did I do okay? Yeah? Okay? Okay. I'm ready for the big finish, but there's one other one after this. But I think you guys will like this. Big, like, it's crazy. G of X. Oh, wait till you see her. She is beautiful.
Oh my God.
Do we want to take this in 2 steps?
No.
Okay, so before we do this, here's what. Let me just show you this really quick. First thing is, kids said to me, why don't they cancel? And here's why. Because that negative is trapped in there, right? If it came out, it would come out as an I. So let me tell you what we're really saying. Here is the normal one. Here is the inside flip. And here is the outside flip. Look at that craziness, right? So you can have normal, inside flip, outside flip. So give it a try. This one, that is some crazy stuff. So I got to think about it. So it's going to be 3, it's going to be negative 3 and 3, and then it's going to down. Yep. But I think it's
Oh, yeah, Lee.
I love these. So the best way to do these is to talk your way through it, right? That's pretty impressive, you guys. I'm hoping you're like impressed with yourself. I'm doing it. Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, that's not hot. I was like, bro, Liam, I'm not tripping nuts.
Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay, so here's what I know. I'm gonna land here at the end. That's where I'm gonna land. Here's what I know. Regular, side flip, upside down flip. So this is the dude I'm moving. I'm taking him and sending him over there. And this is why we translate. Because that's some crazy stuff. And the fact that you can now almost do that in your head is awesome. We have one last type to talk about, but before we do the last type, can I ask you a question? I specifically have not done any of these problems, and you need to tell me why I have not. And there is a reason. Everyone's watching me real quick. Hey, Susan, why have I not done any of the squared ones with the inside, with side to side flip? It's too, I'm not tricking you. What does a squared one look like? It's a U, right? It's a U. So check this out. When I flip it side to side, what happens to it? It's the same. It's the same. So that's why I'm not showing you these with squares. They make a difference on some graphs, but on other graphs, like absolute value, it doesn't make a difference. Because if I flip it side to side, it's the same. But there's one other one it definitely makes a difference on. This is pretty rigorous. I'm not putting one of these on the quiz. Could show up on the test though someday. Let's see how you do with it. Let's start here. This is our last one for the day. And then I'm just going to write some random problems for you to try tonight. You can try graphing them yourself and then check them on Desmos and you are good to go. But here's the first one I want you to do. I'd like you to throw that bad boy up. And then I'd like you to do this bad boy if you would be so kind. Jay. Lazy J. It's got the asymptote. It's got the little fire line. I got new ones. So when you're ready, can you move side to side? It will make kind of a cool little X. And remember, on this one, our important point is going to be 0, 1. That's our vertex. That's our important part. So here's what he looks like when I flip him. Like that. Yeah.
So where's the 2 come from?
The 2 just means that it just tells how steep he is. If that had been a 3, it would have looked like this. If it had been a 4, it would have looked like this. We do 2 on everything. We're going to do a 2 on everything. It's going to be over 2 to actually a 4. Just get the shape down. Don't worry about the 2. If I plug in 1 here, I get 2 to the 1. If I plug in 2, I get 2. It just tells how steep this is. If that,
what's like the actual numerical, like over or up?
Don't. Just go. It's right here, and then it's over 1, up 1 for the first one, and then over 2, up 4 for the next one. 2 to the 4.
Is that always the shape?
Yeah, that's the J shape. But you don't. All you need to know on the quiz tomorrow is the general shape.
It's always 0, 1.
Oh, that's the key. Okay, are you ready to try the hard one? Last one. We got this. Ooh, we got this. Okay, let's see if you can do it. If you guys could do this, you are pros. 2. Remember that other guy, that thing added on, changes your asymptote. Remember that? This is from Friday. All right, this is a lot. This is a lot. So you already done with this? This one I just literally wrote up. So if I come over and look at it,
I think it's, this is it, like this.
it's basically that.
Yeah, it's still up.
I don't know what it goes
Would that plus two then go up or down?
What?
Or would it go up or down? Or what? What's that plus two again?
I think it's,
I think it's up here. It goes
you're right.
up. You think it goes up there? It goes down through? Like the first one goes down?
I don't know.
Does that first, does that minus two make it go down or up? And does that plus two make it go up, down or left, right? I don't know. I would get it right if I had it correct.
Okay, hold on.
I think the plus two's got to be.
So here's what. This is our basic shape, right? That's our basic one. And I flipped it. So that's all that I care about now is that this dude is flipped. Okay, everyone's cool on that. No one's lost on that, right? I'm not even gonna I don't even want the details. I just want the shape. Now, here is the important dot. And it's gonna work just like before. This will move it left and right, opposite. How many jumps? This will move it up and down. So we're gonna start right here. Now you can't just make the vertex the same. This one is a counting one. So watch what I'm gonna do. I am gonna count him 1, 2, 3 over and 2 up, right? So this dude now comes sloping down here. And remember, this guy will be my lava line. He will be my lava line right there. It's not bad. Is that okay? Yes? Yeah? Okay, so here's what I was. You want to grab some graph paper. I'm going to give you 4 to try tonight at home. How would you check them? You'll go on Desmos. Write these down. You got to write them down because the paper I have is crap. It is homework.
Yeah, how many questions is this tomorrow?
8.
And it's all just.
You know what? I swear to God, I just have to do this. You were late, sweetie. That's not me. You are my favorite.
Actually, no, I'll go to 56. No. I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna come out because I don't know who.
You're going to. Don't make Nana do. Don't make Nana lie for you.
No. I am actually sick.
Oh, great.
Jackson, she told me that. Oh my God.
This is it.
What is that? Oh, bang. Splash.
Oh, what? No. I was just like doing the work.
That's it. That's your homework. You can grab your phone if you want to take pictures. That's easier. And I'm going to show you this. That's what's on the quiz. Where will the answers be tonight? You know what? Desmos, that's where they'll be. Just graph them and see if yours look right. You were talking to me, Justin. You did.
So you said 8 questions.